Hey, what's going on, DDO players? Axel here. This is my Update 28 review video where I'll be going through each of the quests in the newest update to DDO, and I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions on each of the quests and the update as a whole. I wanted to put some gameplay footage together from the newest content, but I wasn't able to do that for today, and I wanted to get this video out today, so you'll have to grit and bear with me. This is one of the very few videos on my channel which is audio only. So let's start with the update on the first quest, Tavern Brawl. Now this actually isn't the quote-unquote first quest. This is not a chain. You can run any of these quests in any order you like. This chain consists of 4 quests in various locations in Eberron. But this first one, Tavern Brawl, takes place in the the quest giver is in the Hall of Heroes, but the quest itself actually takes place in the Portable Hole. And it's a very, very short quest. It only takes around, it's about 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes long. You can have this thing done. That's the big con about this particular quest. It's extremely short. Some of the cool things about it, I like that there's a quest in the Portable Hole. It's very nostalgic. I like that this quest is going to be a very good Heartseed farm if you're at level 28. So even because it's so short, that is one advantage of it being so short. But overall, I do not like this quest because of the length. I personally don't like that a 3-minute quest is in the game. At in-game, yes, this is fine early on in DDO at the lower levels, but I don't see the point of a quest this short at in-game. I think that a quest that's only 3 minutes long, they should have just combined this with one of the other quests. I think it's fine to have short quests. Short quests in and of themselves aren't bad, but when you're talking 3 minutes, like 3-4 minutes, I just don't see the point of having a quest that stands alone at that length. I think it would be better served combined with one of these other quests. Really, any of these other quests, it could have served to combine with that. Let's go on to Grim and Barrett, which is the second quest. It is located in the harbor. It's a fairly straightforward quest. Just like all of these quests, very straightforward. You have to talk to an NPC who's actually a druid and have him break some stuff for you. I do, and he kind of helps you get through the quest. So I won't spoil it for you if you haven't run it. The quest, like a lot of the quests in this pack and the previous pack, has some cool artwork. It looks really good. Grim and Barrett, nothing really stands out about this quest. It's very straightforward and simple. I do like the change of scenery. As you go through this quest, you'll encounter different parts, kind of different areas. I don't know how to describe it, but there's a dungeon-ish portion, then you get kind of to an outdoorsy portion near the end. It's very cool, the change of scenery, and overall the artwork looks great. That's the great thing about it. Let's move on to Subversion. Subversion has a really cool cutscene at the beginning. Subversion is the third quest. It's located in the 12. It has a very cool cutscene at the beginning that involves Eretrikos and a Slod. If you've run this before and you just start the quest by running straight to the left, you're missing out. Make sure the first time you run this, or if you haven't seen the cutscene before, just stop at the beginning and look straight forward, and you can find a pretty cool cutscene there with Harry and the Slod. There's also some really cool Easter eggs in this quest. There's actually, I believe there's a kobold wearing a hat somewhere in the background. There's a large D20 that's hidden in the background a little bit. So if you look around, there are some pretty cool Easter eggs. The quest overall looks great, and that's the cool thing about this this update. And that's really the best thing about it is the look. The artwork was very, very well done. Let's move on to some things about this quest I don't like. In this quest, there are various puzzles. You have to, not really a puzzle, you have to find some levers basically, but the problem, I don't really like this mechanic because the problem is the levers don't move. So once you find out where they are, they're always going to be there. That means the quest lacks replay value. I like when there's puzzles that have replay value. Like the perfect puzzle I think in DDO is the shroud puzzles, because they have replay value. Every time you do that puzzle, you have to think a little bit. A lot of people, even after doing those puzzles 10, 20, 30 times, still haven't mastered them. So I like puzzles with a replay value, but for this mechanic, it's just, you know where the levers are. They're always going to be there. They don't change as far as I haven't noticed them changing. If they change positions, then, and I'm wrong, let me know. But as far as I've seen, they do not change positions. And once you know where they are, that's where they are, and they're easy to find. It would be better if there was like one lever, instead of there being a lot of levers, there was just one lever and one or two levers, and they shifted positions randomly every time you started the quest. They were in a different position. That at least would give it a little more replay value. This quest also opens us up to the new Slod enemy, which is, as you can see in the picture here, is the kind of the green frog looking monster here. You actually get to fight one of these as at the end fight, and the end fight looks amazing. Again, like through every quest in this pack, they did a great job with the artwork. And this quest is definitely my favorite of the new pack, mainly because of the artwork and because it has a little bit more complexity than a lot of the other quests, although most of these quests are very simple and straightforward as far as quest design and layout goes, and that's really my big gripe with the pack. And I'll go and talk about this a little bit later. I want to go through this last quest first. The last quest is called Multitude of Menace. And again, this quest has really cool artwork. That's the best thing about it. This particular quest is located in House C. And it's very reminiscent of the Snitch. That's what it reminded me of. You kind of have to chase this enemy and constantly through the whole quest, and he kind of pops up at random times to troll you and make fun of you. There's also some puzzles in this quest. They're not really puzzles. They're more like we have path puzzles like we see in a lot of different places in DDO, except they kind of don't serve as puzzles here. They just serve as more or less levers. So it's kind of a puzzle, but kind of not. It's really not hard to figure out, and it really doesn't have any replay value for me. And this quest, like many of the others, is also a straight shot. Again, this quest looks good. I feel like I'm saying the same thing for every quest, but I feel like these quests are very similar in terms of what they do well, and also similar in terms of what they don't do well. And let's kind of move on to my gripe about this pack. And I'll be honest, I'm not that impressed with this pack for one main reason. The reason is the quest layout themselves is not good. The quests are just too simple and straightforward. There's no immersion. I think this is the problem with the last update and this update. They aren't doing adventure areas. The quests are all really short. They're all really simple and straightforward, and there's just no immersion in this pack at all. I just don't feel it, it doesn't feel like an adventure to me at all. All the quests are just a straight shot. There's nothing to explore really. There's not much to see. It's just there's one path. You go down the path, you kill monsters, and it's the end. There's no cool mechanics. We don't have any in-depth puzzles here. We don't have anything to explore. There's nothing to learn. I went through all these quests first time through and had no issues figuring out where to go. There's no learning curve. It's just, for me, this pack lacks immersion, and that's the big issue. There's just no immersion here. There's no complexity. There's nothing to explore. It's just, there's not much to it, and that's the real problem here. I want to see more quests like Caverns of Koramar or Gwyland's Stand, quests where you actually feel like you went through something. The problem, I think, with the quests is they've kind of gotten way too bare bones with the quest layout themselves. They need to focus more on the layout of the quest, I think, than the actual artwork of the quests. I want to see more creativity from the developers when it comes to the layout of the dungeons. We need stuff that's more than just a straight shot. Like, we need something more wide open, I think. I think that's the problem with a lot of the newer quests. They're just too closed in. I want more open spaces. There should be more points in the quest where I don't know where to go and I have to look around and figure out what I'm doing. There should be more mechanics in the quest that have replay value, not stuff that, hey, I learned it, I did it once, so now I learn it always. Like, I want to see more mix-ups, more randomness, more open areas, more things to explore, and more complexity, more of a learning curve in these quests, especially since we're talking in-game quests. So guys, comment below. Let me Tell me what you think of these quests, but overall, I'm going to have to say that I'm not too impressed with this pack. It's okay. I think I don't know the price. I'll look up the price and put it up here on an annotation here after I'm done recording this. But I don't think it's too expensive, and the loot's pretty good. So based on that, you know, you may as well buy it. This is not expensive content, but overall, I think the developers did a great job with the artwork, but they can definitely do better when it comes to the design layout of the quest. So that's all for this video, guys. As always, if you like the video, please give me a subscribe and please like the video. Also, just want to send you a reminder, I am streaming DDO on Twitch on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Axel311, usually streaming at 9 p.m. Eastern on Fridays unless life gets in the way somehow. But I hope you guys can check me out on Twitch, and I look forward to seeing what you guys think about this update in your comments below. See you next time.